Amos.
Yeah.
You got Sarah Connor. You got... You start naming them.
You got Daphne. You got...
Wait, those are Scooby-Doo characters. That's a different list.
Oh. What list are we...
But yeah, hey, if this is your first time watching this, welcome to the Hopefully Awesome Show, our weekly podcast where we talk about all the pop culture news from the past week. If this is your first time checking us out, be sure and hit that subscribe button and like us. You can leave a comment about all your thoughts, good and bad. Either way, it helps us grow. So just let your comment flag fly. You know what I'm saying? You can also catch us on all podcast networks. If you look for us on one and we're not there, let me know. I'll get it updated. It should be on there, but, you know, sometimes life's a bitch, you know, and then you die. Hey, all right, Maggie. You ready? You ready to get this show going?
Yeah.
All right. Well, before we get going...
I'm scared.
Before we get going...
Happy birthday.
Maggie, how was your week?
How's my week?
Happy birthday.
Hey, we've been on vacation, baby. We went to the beach. And we took our little girl, and she loved the ocean, except for when it smacked her in the face like 2 times. God love
Splash.
I don't know that last one.
No, she's in the splash zone.
Yeah. Well, we didn't take her into the ocean.
No. It was
Now, old Matt over here put on his hat and just went floating down.
Listen, all right, go
so
on.
Funny.
We are on
It's
TikTok.
so funny watching him.
At Hopefully Awesome.
Yeah.
Go over to our TikTok.
Or go to the Reels and Instagram.
Sure, there you can do that too. And I made it was I think our 3rd day of vacation, and I hadn't prepped any like video posts or anything to promote the show, so I was like, I'll do one real quick here at the beach. And I was like, oh, this thing can go in the water, so I just took my phone out into the water.
I just like how you
recorded
said,
TikTok, you know.
I just like how you said, I don't know if you could hear me or not, but
Well, I figured they probably couldn't. Like,
Yeah.
I really thought the audio quality was going to be bad,
Yeah.
but it sounded pretty good.
yeah.
Not bad.
And on our way to the beach, we stopped at a gas station and we picked up some Mountain Dew, which we taste tested.
Yes, at the Circle K, the Mountain Dew
Yeah.
Purple Plunge or whatever.
Purple Thunder,
There
Matt.
it is. Thunder,
Sheesh.
feel the thunder, lightning, and then the thunder.
Yeah.
The Purple Thunder.
Purple Thunder from down
We
under.
did that in the pre-show. Hey, if you want to check out the pre-show, head over to patreon.com/hopefullyawesome, where you can check that out and stick around, all patrons, because we're going to be doing the big movie quiz round 18.
Let's see which one of us knows more about
right.
Oscar-winning movies.
That's right. Oscar Mayer Wiener lovers.
I'm just going to let y'all know the reason why I'm holding my finger to a Coke can
Yeah.
is because, well, today I went back to work.
Womp, 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 womp.
Yeah, that sucks. Anyways, I was putting together a cart, you know, those really cool rainbow drawer,
Yeah.
rainbow carts, and I was putting the wheel on it, and I didn't pay attention where my finger's at, and
Ooh.
pinched it. So I'm just putting my finger on this because it's making it feel better.
Hey, man.
And it was looking a little bit puffy.
You know, some people put a lot of things into Coke and feel a lot better, you know.
Yeah.
You ever seen Scarface?
No. Don't want to.
Maybe we should watch it.
No.
But yeah, we also
I'll
checked out some movies while we were at the beach. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
We finished Alias finally. We've been watching that for like 6 months at least. Finally wrapped that up, which was good. It had some ups, some downs. I'd seen it before, but I forgot a lot of stuff in it.
That season 5,
It picked back up, but then, of
back
course, the final episodes, I don't know. I feel like they just were like, whatever. We're ending the series.
Guess what? We're throwing in this character because, well, we just can.
It was like, you know, we've done a lot of character growth over the past 2 seasons. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter
It's
anymore.
fine.
This person's back to being a crap person,
Yeah.
so it doesn't matter
It
anymore.
was like not as bad as How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't that bad, but it was still like, really, this is how we're gonna end this. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm kind of find out that not a lot of shows know how to end well. You ever notice that?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like the best series finale, And honestly, I like the Lost series finale. I definitely think it has its flaws.
Yeah.
But that show's just so much more about like the journey to the end as opposed to the actual ending. But I mean, obviously there was some stuff that they missed. I think the best series finale I've ever seen, and I'm not just saying this because we do a podcast about it, but Smallville series finale is like, it's perfect. Like, there are a few things because it's a budget show.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But I mean, like, short of that, like, it does everything you want from Smallville. Like, it's solid. I love the series finale for Smallville. Way better than Arrow's. My God. Do you remember the Arrow season finale?
I'll be honest, I don't remember much about Arrow.
It was the one, I'm not going to spoil it, but, like, they did a flashback to, like, one of his first missions with Diggle. Because at this point, Oliver wasn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like that. And remember, he opens the box. It's just a green light. Dumb. God.
I don't know why.
Should have ended with Crassus. I'm just saying.
I don't know why this popped into my head. Which, I mean, I liked it. It ended the series well. It was a sitcom.
Cheers.
No, God, cheers. The last episode's good. Don't get me wrong.
Frasier.
No. I never watched Frasier all the way through. I couldn't stand how they talked to each other. Rules of Engagement.
I haven't ever seen that.
Okay. Patrick Warburton's in it. And David Spade.
Patrick Warburton.
Yeah. Yeah. I love Patrick Warburton.
Yes, the 8-ball.
And David Spade's in it. Okay.
How do we feel about David Spade? Is he okay?
Yeah, he's cool.
Okay.
He's cool.
I know Schneider's a piece of crap.
Yeah.
Rob, not Zach, just so we're all... Are they brothers?
No.
Probably not.
Different spellings. How that whole series ends, it really wraps up, like, it wraps up everybody's story very well. And, like, I remember watching all that, and I was like, I feel good about this. And that never happens with a TV sitcom.
I think I would say Breaking Bad.
Ooh, yeah.
But here's the problem.
Yeah.
They've had stuff after. Like they did El Camino.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know. I've not watched Better Call
good.
Saul. But like, I mean, it was good, but I mean, I feel like the finale is good. Like the finale is strong.
Yeah.
And I feel like, adding after that was not necessarily unnecessary, but just, that finale was just, it was very strong. That whole final season, the entire series of Breaking Bad. I mean, my God. Yeah, just talking about crap.
Well, I guess it's because Better Call Saul is started up again. Yeah. But like, it seems like it's every day I see something about Breaking Bad.
People say it's good, man.
I know it's good. Really I watched it with you. Like, Oh, Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
Well, I meant like ever since apparently that one episode named Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Happened.
Yeah.
It seems like every day they're talking about the actual show Breaking Bad.
That's awesome.
I mean, you sent me that one tweet of Anthony Hopkins sending a letter.
Oh, yeah, that was rad. To Bryan Cranston. Yeah. That was rad.
Yeah. That he was applauded. Anthony Hopkins telling Bryan Cranston that was the best acting he'd
Odin
seen.
himself.
Yes.
Wasn't he in a werewolf movie where he's like a Catholic minister or something?
Probably. I could see him do
Speaking of movies that weren't amazing, we also watched Lightyear. It finally hit Disney Plus. This is we're not going to do a full review or anything, but it will be added to our list. Wow. Okay.
I'm trying to cheer us up. We sound sad.
Like, okay, Lightyear. We watched Lightyear. Here's the thing. Okay, I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to get too into it. I have a couple things. Okay, I'm not getting into it, but I'm just going to say a couple of things.
Here we go, guys.
First things first, okay?
Okay.
This movie is supposed to be the Buzz Lightyear movie that Andy went and watched in 1995, of which he gets the toy of Buzz Lightyear from. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Now, spoiler alert for the first 10 seconds of Buzz Lightyear. All right, the very first 10 seconds.
I'm so sorry.
So this isn't really a spoiler, but I'm just throwing this out there.
Yeah.
The very first thing that pops up in the movie is text that says exactly what I just said. So in case the marketing, in case they're like, well, I mean, we're just saying that. That's not really what it is,
Yeah.
No. In the movie, it specifically says, this is the film Andy watched. Okay? Mm-hmm. So, first, the toys we have of Lightyear. I know I've already said this, probably on the podcast.
Yeah, you have.
Why don't they look like Buzz from Toy Story, right? Because if our toys are the same, if our toys of Lightyear is the toy that Andy had in Toy Story, then shouldn't our toys look like Andy's toys from Toy Story?
I've already had a list of, so my brain's already broke from it. So good job, guys.
So I just don't understand.
Good luck.
Second off,
Yeah.
Toy Story, the movie, is a CG movie. So this movie is a CG movie.
Yeah.
So I would assume that means that in the Toy Story universe, Lightyear is a live action film. Now, this movie, there's no way Lightyear came out in 1995 if it was a live action film. There's no way it would look like this. There's no way. There's no way. There's just no way. So, that doesn't make sense, okay? And then, there's a lot of things in this that break the continuity of the story that's kind of told within Toy Story. Like in Toy Story 2, when Buzz is playing the video game. And he looks like Toy Buzz.
Yeah.
And there's a joke about, in Toy Story 2, he's like, no, Buzz, I am your father.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm not going to tell any spoilers about Lightyear, but they do talk about Zurg.
Yeah.
And who or what he is or whatever. And so
Berserk.
yeah. And so that's not, that's broken. So it's like there's a fake continuity within the Toy Story universe that, they're not breaking real continuity. They're breaking the fake continuity within the Toy Story universe, right? And so it's I don't know if I'm not really angry by it. Obviously, I don't really give a crap.
Yeah.
But it's just enough to be annoying, it doesn't add anything. And honestly, if this movie was just, you know what, we're taking the character of Lightyear, we're doing a fun space action movie with him, has nothing to do with Andy, it just is the movie. If they were chopped off the first 10 seconds of it, I would have liked this movie a lot more.
My favorite thing to come out of Lightyear is the Socks the cat.
Yes.
I want a robotic cat.
Honestly, for real, the problem with Lightyear is its ties to Toy Story. That's where it was drugged down. Everything else they did was great. Mm-hmm. I loved Pixar's version of Interstellar. Totally down for that.
Good.
It was rad.
It's pretty.
Yeah, and I mean, the way the plot moves forward and everything. I really, really enjoyed that. And then they try to tie stuff back into what we know from Toy Story, and it's just, I don't know, the few callbacks and stuff, like a ship looking like his cardboard ship and stuff, yeah, that stuff's cool. But anytime the plot was tied to stuff we knew from Toy Story, it's too complicated. It's too much. Just simplify it. We don't need that. Yeah. It is Lightyear. We don't have to have it be a fake film within a fictional universe.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Wow.
But we'll rank that at the end of the show after we talk.
Yeah.
Okay, Maggie.
Yeah.
We'll rank that at the end of the show after we talk about Prey. So we'll rank Prey and Lightyear. But
Prey to Lightyear?
Yes. Enough talking about things that we didn't like. Maggie, anything else you want to say before we get into the news?
I would make Socks my best friend.
It's time for the news. All right. This is a long one.
Oh boy.
All right. I may even cut this section out and post it as its own video. I mean, you'll still get it in the podcast, but in our first set of news, and there's like, usually there's like a line, one sentence, that's the news story we talk about for 10 minutes, right? This has sublines of about 20 sublines under this one story.
Jesus, is it about big business daddy?
Warner Brothers Discovery.
It's big business.
So we're going to try and go through this. I have it all listed here, I believe, in chronological order of how we all found out about all of these things. Some of it may be mixed up. Obviously, we're looking back at this from last week.
Gosh, I'm sorry.
So just bear with us as we work through all of this, okay? So I'm going to read off quite a bit first, and then there's a break in here that we'll talk. We'll break it down. All right, so first up, Batgirl and Scoob Holiday Special. I forget exactly what it was called. Holiday Haunt, I think.
Yes.
Both canceled. Just straight canceled. Batgirl was actually finished. I think they had wrapped production, or at least filming, I believe. Or at least were really close. And all it needed was like the special effects finished up. But I mean, it was well underway. $90 million, this budget. Completely axed. Not a lot known about the Scoob, how far along it was. I know that I read today, I haven't actually got to add this on here, but the people that do the score for Scoob are actually going to still record it and still release it anyway, just because they want to. It says here that Batgirl was considered not big enough for theaters, but too big for streaming, so they are taking the tax write-off on it instead of releasing it. So they don't think they would make enough money to warrant the $90 million budget. And they're going to cut it, give it the axe so that they can, I guess, get some sort of tax benefit from it as a write-off for taxes. Because apparently Warner Brothers, super in debt. So when, Discovery took on Warner Brothers, they owe, billions of dollars, just in debt, right? Which is crazy if you think about it. It was also said, I don't think I have this on here, I don't think I've added it, but, it's considered not good enough, but it had the same audience score as Black Adam. They did test screenings for both of them. Black Adam and Batgirl both got the same ratings, and Black Adam's still being released. Is that because, The Rock is in one, and, a lady is the lead of another one? Is that why they're, is that why they're doing it? A person of color is, lead actress? You think that has anything to do with it? We'll see. There's a lot in this as we get going. You're going to see kind of a reoccurring thing here. Anything you want to say about this section before there's more to the DC stuff, but I feel like this is big enough to talk about.
It just, I was super excited for both of them.
Yeah.
We really enjoyed Scoop.
It was fun.
It's adorable.
I would have loved to watch it in theaters, but COVID,
yeah. And I was really looking forward to Batgirl. I even was following a fan-made Batgirl account that they would post stuff from behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And that's how I found out that both the directors, which turns out was the directors of freaking Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
Did
a couple episodes.
Yeah, that the day that Michael Keaton arrived on set, that they were freaking out because they said that was their Batman. And I was like, oh my God, this could be so good. I'm so excited. We're getting a Batgirl, and
J.K. Simmons was going to be on it.
Yeah.
As what's his name?
Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah.
And Brendan Fraser. He was going to be the villain.
Yeah.
And and they had filmed everybody's parts and stuff, and it just The Rock's and Black Adam and woohoo.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
Honestly, it's the only reason is because they can market it enough off of The Rock.
Yeah.
And like they don't believe that they can do that with Batgirl.
No. And there's a lot of
Which is dumb. I don't agree with that decision.
And like apparently
But they think they can trick enough people so low off the rock.
and apparently like the story was really going to stick to the comics.
Yeah.
Of Batgirl.
Well, I'd heard something about the story that like essentially she was like at a costume party dressed as Batgirl.
Yeah.
And like ended up fighting crime.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Something like that.
Yeah. Which I have no idea if that's actually. And it was only gonna be like 90 minutes.
But
huge bummer.
I was bummed when I found out about that. I was like, that's just stupid.
Yeah. I mean, to not even put it on HBO Max, you know?
It's
like it's for a tax write-off. And like I don't know what that means as far as
I'll be honest, that sounds shady to me.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I don't know if that means like it can never be released because they're getting a tax write-off for it. Like if like they literally, you know, like 2 years from now they can't be like, we've heard the fans, we're releasing it. Or if it like literally can't because it'd be illegal. Or if they'd have to pay so much back if they did something.
Yeah.
Like I wonder how all that works, but I mean, they could obviously, you know, with the fan backlash, they could, you know, turn around and still do it anyway.
Yeah.
With all the ridiculousness going on. I mean, there's a lot of swift changes. So, I mean, you know, anything's still possible, but I highly doubt it.
John Oliver calls them Big Business Daddy, so that's why I called them Big Business Daddy, so because I knew that's what he was bringing up.
Dude, John Oliver's the best.
But yeah, I'm bummed about that. Yeah. I was very much looking forward to that because I love awesome. I love Batgirl.
We haven't had a good Batgirl. No. I mean, Alicia Silverstone was a good Batgirl, but in a poor movie. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Have we had a Batgirl in anything else?
No.
We really haven't, have we?
The closest we got was the CW show, Matt. Wait, no, they didn't even have a Batgirl, did they?
Batwoman. Are you talking about Gotham Knights?
No, I'm talking about Gotham Knights.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about Gotham. Yeah, it's a whole other thing. All right, this is also why Wonder Twins was scrapped. Yeah. The same reasoning. The reasoning being was considered not big enough for theaters, but too big for streaming. A Supergirl movie spinoff from Flashpoint was also in the works, and it's been canceled.
Of course.
More than likely. It's not like that's not been entirely, but like it's not even been announced.
Considering the situation.
Yeah. And it's not even been announced, so they probably wouldn't come out and say, you know, it's canceled if they've not even announced it. Green Lantern series from Greg Berlanti is most likely quietly been canceled as well. So that Green Lantern series we've been waiting on is probably not coming out. Again, a lot of this stuff, I don't know, I'm bummed. A lot of this stuff is like quietly done. So again, they're not going to make big waves about it. Like Batgirl wasn't supposed to be as big a news as it was.
That crap pissed off a lot of people.
But obviously that's getting a lot of the headlines. I mean, a lot of this stuff's going to fly under the radar. But yeah, Greg Berlanti, for those that don't know, had his hands in the Arrowverse. I believe he created the Flash series, which is, in my opinion, the best of the Arrow stuff. Not including Superman and Lois, which is technically not a part of the Arrowverse anymore, but whatever, that's a whole thing. And the Flash was only good up until like season 3-ish. I mean, we kept watching it. But God, it was tough. It was
rough.
Jeez.
It was rough.
Remember that one guy? What was his name? The Thinker?
Yeah.
More like the Stinker.
That was awful.
The J.J. Abrams DC Comics projects are up in the air. That includes Justice League Dark, Superman reboot, and I believe there was a few others. But yeah, so nobody knows on those. Like, odds are probably done because, you know, what we'll talk about here in a minute, like it sounds like pretty much everything that they've been working on DC wise except for a handful are probably gone. Will Blue Beetle still happen? That's a question. It's not been said that it's canceled. It did recently get upgraded to a theatrical run. It was originally HBO, so like a couple of months ago they upgraded it. So that could be enough. Like if they in pre-production boosted it enough to be worthy of it. But again, obviously that could be canceled. The Matt Reeves Batman spinoff series for HBO Max, The Penguin and Arkham Asylum, are they still happening? Again, this is a question we don't have a full answer to. I feel like that one's probably more on the... probably more likely as far as Zaslav, I think is his name, is concerned, because the Batman did so well. Now, that may still not happen just simply based off of... Matt Reeves, just availability. They're prepping the next Batman movie. Penguin would be what's his name?
Colin
Farrell. Yeah. So I mean, like, just logistically, does it make sense to put that much in an HBO Max series? Again, that's another question. If Reeves is like super into it, I think that they would keep it going just to keep that relationship strong. But if it's like, it is what it is, who knows? I don't have this on here, but it was verified by James Gunn that Peacemaker Season 2 is still happening.
It's safe.
It won't be going anywhere. Which kind of leads to the Matt Reeves projects probably still being on as long as he's down for it. All right. HBO Max DC series that already exist. Will they continue to exist? That includes Titans, Doom Patrol, Young Justice, and Harley Quinn. So will those continue on? Obviously, Harley Quinn is a big darling of everybody, so that I could see that continuing. If they do, they might not give a crap, you know?
Yeah.
I could totally see the rest of these getting canned. I mean, as much as we enjoyed the first season of Titans, we still need to go back to it.
We really like Young Justice.
Yeah, Young Justice is freaking rad. But I mean, if they're really trying to control the DC stuff, and granted it's a cartoon, does it have as much? Are they that much worried about it, or
Yeah.
But again, production costs and all that stuff, simplifying. And so this is what Zaslav had to say about it. During a Warner Brothers Discovery Q2 earnings call, so this is where he's talking to all the people with money and Warner Brothers. He said, "We have done a reset. We've restructured the business where we're going to focus on where there will be a team with a 10-year plan focusing just on DC. It's very similar to the structure that Alan Horn and Bob Iger put together very effectively with Kevin Feige at Disney. We think that we could build a long-term, much stronger, sustainable growth business out of DC. And as part of that, we're going to focus on quality." So that is, in a nutshell, that's all the DC stuff out of Warner Brothers Discovery that happened this past week. There's a few other things regarding this that we'll talk about here in a second, specifically about HBO Max and Discovery. But yeah, as far as DC stuff goes, that's kind of where we're at. Honestly, I think, I'm trying to remember, was Michael B. Jordan's Superman stuff, was that connected to J.J. Abrams' Superman stuff, or was that a separate thing?
From what I remember, it was separate. That
I think that'll be canceled also.
Because I think Michael B. Jordan's production company was a part of that.
I think you're right.
Because he was really into that idea.
Yeah, I think you're right. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if literally everything on this list just goes bye-bye when somebody else comes in. I mean, it's starting to smell a lot like when Marvel took over Fox, and like all the planned X-Men movies were just like, no, none of that's happening. Yeah, we're not doing any
you
of
got
this.
a couple finished.
Yeah. We'll put New Mutants out because we're legally obligated to release it.
We'll put it out, but no. No, honey. We're not touching that.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Like, honestly, there's a part of me that is very interested in the fact that they're wanting to take this more seriously than Warner Brothers has. We even talked a little bit about Warner Brothers with Aquaman last week. Ben Affleck coming back. And they said they do still believe in Aquaman.
Oh, yeah.
And apparently they're still planning to release The Flash. Why the hell they would can Batgirl, but think they can market around all of that mess, that movie's not coming out.
There's no way.
I've said it before. It's not coming out. There's no way.
They're freaking nuts if they want to.
If they'll can a $90 million Batgirl movie for a tax write-off, there's no way they're going to release The Flash. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way.
Why do I have this itching feeling that this is just becoming a TikTok, and when it does happen...
oh no. Oh no.
Well, I'm thinking like Curb Your Enthusiasm music.
Yeah, I can see that. But yeah, so I mean, on one hand, the idea of them having a focused team doing DC projects sounds great.
Yeah.
On the other hand, there was a handful of things I was pretty excited about. I mean, a Blue Beetle movie, if that still happens, I'm definitely interested in that. Obviously, Batgirl. The Green Lantern series, that's the best way that you could have handled Green Lantern and the entire Green Lantern Corps, is to have a series to focus on it. It just sucks that like their high profile HBO Max stuff seems to be kind of going by the wayside. Like they're not really wanting to do that kind of mid-tier stuff anymore.
Yeah.
And like that bums me out because like Disney Plus like really leaned into the mid-tier Marvel and Star Wars stuff. And that's been a blast, watching all that stuff. I mean, even Peacemaker, right? Like that was fantastic. And stuff like The Boys, And when I say mid-tier, I mean not a $300 million production. Right?
Yeah. It's
like,
not a theatrical release.
Exactly. Even though they get a large budget for sure, more than some movies, it still obviously doesn't get as much as like Endgame got.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. And they've made this promise before 100,000 times. We got
a 10-year plan.
We got Ryan Reynolds in here with the Green Lantern, and that's kicking off our 10-year DC Comics plan. And then that went to crap. And they're like, okay, well, we got the Dark Knight Rises, and this is going to be our big 10-year plan with the Dark Knight. And then it ended.
No.
And then they're like, well, okay, now we got Zack Snyder doing the Man of Steel, and we've got a 10-year plan. Let me tell you about the 2 Justice League movies we're going to do. We got a Wonder Woman, we got a Cyborg standalone film, a Flash movie, and it's all coming out. And then of course nothing happened. So it's just, I don't have hope that it will happen. So currently I'm just more like, okay, so we're not getting anything, and who knows if they'll actually be able to handle it. Because as of right now, the only people that have actually handled stuff like this is Marvel. And everyone else has failed.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, even Star Wars hasn't done a great job of building that bigger universe. I mean, don't get me wrong, Mandalorian's great, but I mean, look at the movies, they stopped, And like that was even in the house that built Marvel.
Yeah.
And like if they can't replicate it, then what does the head CEO of Discovery Channel have to offer with this?
What do you know?
Well, I'll tell you about what he knows, what he thinks
prick.
in a second. Maggie, other thoughts? I know you've already talked about Batgirl a little bit. Did you have any other thoughts about all that?
I mean, like you said, that like mid-tier stuff, like a lot of people enjoy that stuff.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
And not only they're scrapping like the DC mid-tier stuff, they're scrapping even HBO mid-tier stuff.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people, I saw a lot of people, saying, I really liked all the different stories told from diverse people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's needed. And they're taking that away.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Yeah. And it definitely seems like HBO Max is taking a huge hit from all of this. Which sucks because I really like HBO Max.
Yeah, and I'm oh my God, I'm so scared. Like
they'll still turn it into something.
Yeah, well,
and like Sesame Street will still be around.
Yeah, well, here's the thing about Sesame Street. Anything where Jim Henson is involved, and I know he's long gone.
Yeah.
But I learned this in college because I had to read a children's book from my classmates in college. I read it was The Cookie Monster and a Cookie Tree, I think. And my professor said, did you know that no matter what book you get, even to this day, all the Sesame Street Muppets and even the Muppets
Yeah.
have to still look the same as Jim Henson drew them, made them into puppets and stuff. She says he has that written in stone.
Oh, wow.
And it cannot be altered in any other way. Like, I don't know, Sesame Street's done like cutesy little cartoons or whatever.
Yeah.
But like
The main design.
Design, there's they can't do anything to Elmo's fur. He can't magically have feathers or anything.
Yeah.
Like, unless he puts on a costume that has feathers.
Right.
But like, they can't do anything to them.
That's crazy.
So, and I don't know what exactly that means for Sesame Street itself, because that was, he helped.
Yeah, and it's got a whole thing about PBS where like they can't, like, it's something about like the money.
Yeah.
I forget exactly what it is, but it was a whole thing when
it's public broadcasting.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I mean, when HBO first signed Sesame Street, like HBO before HBO Max, like there was a whole big thing about how like it still had to be accessible on PBS.
Yeah, it has to.
And so like I honestly I don't know all the ins and outs of it.
Well, but like whenever they started building the program for Sesame Street, the whole main goal was to get to the kids that don't get all the fancy channels and stuff, that need that extra boost in education, that need that help. And you're right, it's in writing somewhere. they can't mess with that.
And so it's almost like HBO only, I forget exactly what it is, but like I guess what I'm trying to get at with all of that is I don't know how if it's like a Sony thing where like, you know, if Sony sells off Sony Pictures, Spider-Man's rights don't go with it. Right. So if they change HBO into whatever this new service is going to be, which we'll talk about here in a second, does that mean that that contract has to be reworked, or does it just go over because it's the new HBO thing? So like, and how does that affect it? And so like, you know, if it ends with HBO, will they re-sign or will Sesame Street shop around to Peacock or Disney or, you know, God knows, Apple TV, you know?
Well, what I was getting at is I really like, it took them a couple of years when HBO did start, because you can tell, I could tell because I've watched plenty of it in the past 2 years, when they did start, you know, slowly working in like with their money and stuff. Production started going up. It's starting to look good. And they shortened it down to 30 minutes instead of an hour, which I think is smart on their part because kids are so much different today.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, oh God, what happens to the production of Sesame Street now?
I definitely
don't screw it up.
Yeah, I definitely don't think it'll go back to PBS only.
No.
I like the fact that they've already made that step. I think it'll still definitely be somewhere. Just, you know, will this guy want to spend that money? Would this, you know, would they want to spend that money? And like, it would be a partnership with them. Like, that's the thing is like you said, they gave budget to it, right? And so it's like they don't own the rights to Sesame Street. They're almost like a
investor.
Exactly. And so like, you know, they don't even get the sole rights to it. Like, it's still on PBS for free. You know, so I mean, there's a lot to it. So it'll definitely not go away. But kind of speaking to that, in the call that we talked about, he also announced that HBO Max and Discovery Plus will be fusing, which we kind of heard rumblings of that. It's supposed to happen at the beginning of next year. And they had a slide. I'm just going to read off what it said. They had a slide shown in their presentation that broke down the audiences of both.
Buckle up, y'all.
As follows.
That was a lovely diagram.
So, like, you had HBO Max on one side, and you had Discovery Plus on the other. So, HBO Max had listed male skewed, scripted, lean in, appointment viewing, home of fandoms, fandoms, not fandoms.
Oh, we
Although
only wish.
it is also the home of fandoms. So,
Oh, we only wish we could get the fandom back.
and then Discovery Plus, of course, female skew, unscripted, lean back, comfort viewing, and then the best one, home of genre domes.
Genre.
So I honestly,
Genre
I just
dome.
now understood what they were trying to say with this after reading it, because like seeing that word thrown around, like it makes no sense. I get it now. Fandoms, right, is where you're a fan of a specific thing. Genre domes,
You're a fan of a certain type of show,
yes,
like
that's what they're trying to say.
HGTV shows.
As in, women don't care what they watch as long as it's a certain. As long as somebody is working on a house, you can
Somebody
put
woke
crap
up
on the
in
TV.
1985 and it's like, boys like this and girls like
This
that.
is the stupidest thing.
Girls don't like comic books. Boys don't like home improvement shows.
For real, this is the dumbest shit I've seen. Like, it's so dumb.
I don't understand it.
Don't get me wrong, the idea of being able to watch Food Network programming on the same streaming service that we pay for DC stuff. Sure. Like, I'm down for that.
Yeah,
right?
I'm cool. I'm cool with
But
it.
like this shit is just messed up. Like it's so short-sighted and like sexist. Like it's very dumb.
Yeah, what was it that they said in 9 to 5 about their boss? I'm going to have to look it up because I think what they say to their boss is perfect for this piece of crap.
But yeah, there was a couple things about this. I'll tell while Maggie's looking this up. Magnolia, the new channel from I forget their name, Chip.
Oh,
Chad.
Chip and Joanna Gaines.
Yes.
Magnolia.
Their content will be added to HBO Max, I think in September.
Yeah.
So that'll already be on there. You got the quote?
I don't know. I mean, he could be all of these guys. He's a sexist, egotistical, lying, hypocritical bigot.
I mean, listen, I don't know enough about this dude to start throwing that around.
I know, but whoever's helping him plan this crap out, they're smoking something.
I will say, based off this slide alone, I think obviously a lot of that rings true. But I mean, at the same time, I truly don't know enough about this guy to make a snap judgment. But that being said, this is bullshit. Like, a lot of this is a bunch of crap.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't surprise me, if he fell under a lot of that. And again, it's not just one guy. Obviously
I know he's got a
Zaslav
team.
is getting the main hit here, but it's everybody on the board. It's the fact that this whole company is being ran by a bunch of white dudes, like, kind of speaks to why this is a bunch of stupid crap, that makes no sense, Anyways. So yeah, it's honestly, Warner Brothers is in one of the weirdest spots they've been in a long time. Like I remember when they first merged with AOL, became AOL Time Warner, and we got You've Got Mail, and so now, who were they bought by? AT&T, right?
Yeah, that was Big Boss Daddy before this Big Boss Daddy.
Yeah, and so like, because they were wanting to own content, and their whole thing was like, let's build up the library.
Yeah.
And now that they've sold that off to merge with Discovery, of all things, it's weird. The future of Warner Brothers is such a big question mark right now. Like, I don't think this will kill it off. I don't think that.
Yeah.
If anything, I could see another large corporation buying Warner Brothers. I don't think it'd be Disney. And I could even see Discovery Warner Brothers like chopping up Warner Brothers and selling off different things.
Yeah.
I could totally see DC Comics getting sold. I could see it being bought by Comcast, Universal Studios. 100% could see them owning DC Comics.
Yeah, definitely.
Or I mean, even Apple, if they really wanted something that they could have, I mean, what better way to bring people to Apple TV than the only place you can watch Batman, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and even other things, you know, this dude has obviously shown that he doesn't care to make big changes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I could totally see Harry Potter not being worth renewing,
Oh, God.
you know?
Yeah, and Universal be on that one. Quick.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, again, how does all this play once you own the property going forward? Do you own the previous movies or do those remain in the Warner Brothers catalog? So, like, just because Apple owns DC Comics, it doesn't necessarily mean that they would
got
have
all the
the
rights
Dark
to
Knight and all that
movies and
stuff.
shows and stuff. Yeah.
Maybe going forward, but, you know. So it's just interesting. There's a lot to this. A lot of question marks. I'm feeling not great about the direction. But it, you know, it's just one of those things. I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss of words, to be honest. I would love for this to end up being the best thing that happened to Warner Brothers. And, you know, they get a great focus. And we get something like Disney Plus, but for Warner Brothers, with literally everything that's ever been under the Warner Brothers umbrella being on there. That's the one thing about HBO Max that I've always found frustrating is I don't know if the newest Warner Brothers movie is going to come to HBO Max.
Yeah.
And that's insane in this day and age, you know. You know, like with Disney Plus, is it Marvel? It's going to be on Disney Plus. You know, is it Star Wars? It's going to be on Disney Plus. Like, it's not even a question, you know. But this is like, I don't know. Like, is the new Batman going to be on here? Is the new Matrix going to be on here?
Yeah.
That's another one I could see him selling off. You know, so it's definitely, I would love to see them unify the idea behind whatever the streaming service is and just say it has everything. That was the big selling point of Disney Plus, that it just had everything from Disney.
Yeah.
So if they're like, yeah, every Warner Brothers thing, all the Looney Tunes cartoons, all Tiny Toons, every DC project that's ever been under the DC umbrella, even the Superman serials from the 40s, you know, it's all here, right? Everything that's ever been on Cartoon Network, everything that's ever been on Adult Swim, TBS, you know, like that they own. You know, if they did something like that, that makes me happy, right? But again, who knows? It seems honestly at this point like they're just trying to cut losses and not really invest. He said that his number one priority, I don't have this right down, but his number one priority was to fix relationships with directors after what happened with them releasing day and date with HBO Max and theaters.
Oh.
And so, like, if that's going to be the focus, then that doesn't bode too... Like, don't get me wrong, that's great, but it doesn't bode too well for the amount of content they're going to invest in. So, yeah. It just it seems like they're really wanting to be like, hey, here's our entire library and nothing new, and you know, we can just make money off of things that already exist. Like, it feels like that's going to be the direction they go. Or very cheap produced stuff, like, you know, Food Network programming, reality shows, all that kind of crap. You know, it's like, where's our good shows? You know, where's the next Sopranos going to be? You know, and honestly, all that stuff is going to other places now, and it's just, I don't know, it's crazy for a channel like HBO that had such a big lineage of amazing content, you know, amazing series, to be kind of being turned into a yard sale of content. It's just like, man, it's just it sucks. But yeah, that's the big story for Warner Brothers Discovery. We'll be talking more about more stuff regarding this in the rest of this episode, but just wanted to throw that big news in there for you. We've done basically an entire topic on this. We could do the whole episode. Like, we could literally end it right now and it'd be enough. But we're not. We're going to move on to the next story.
Okay.
Speaking of the next, Joker 2 got a release date. I won't be calling it the Folly for a Do or whatever. I don't even know. I don't even have it written down. I just have Joker 2 on here. It will release on October 4th, 2024. So, I mean, we're not going to get any of these other DC projects, but they're like, Joker 2. That's what we need.
It made money.
I mean,
I remember
in
that.
fairness, it did make $1 billion.
It did. Well, we talked
for an
about
R-rated
it.
that is big deal. That is a big deal.
Yeah. We talked about that. It's not my favorite.
Not my favorite.
Makes me feel depressed. It's dirty looking, and I know that's like what they wanted.
Yeah.
But like, I felt depressed after I watched it. It was dirty looking, and yeah.
My problem with the Joker is that for me, okay, and this is not. It is what it is. I understand. Different people want different things out of stories, out of different things. Fine. For me, my biggest problem with the Joker, the movie The Joker, was the fact that this is about a villain. He kills people, and the movie ends in a place where it feels like that was good. Like they're wanting it to be like, yeah, go the Joker.
Yeah. Go ride out in the streets and
like
break crap and
yeah, and like it's not that it's like, I know there's not a moral obligation for movies. I get that. But like when you watch movies like Goodfellas, right? And like you see how crime corrupts, right? And like even though you love these characters, like in the end, shit hits the fan. I mean, and that's the way it is, look at some Tarantino stuff, right? And like it's just the idea that this is a celebration of the Joker, and we're going to end it on the tone of, and that's good. Like everything the Joker did, and it was good. And like that, and it's almost like, so what, like, what are we supposed to take from this, And like, I don't know if the opinion that they're trying to push forward is that, being the Joker is a good thing.
Yeah.
I don't really want to watch that. You know what I mean? Like, no, the Joker, he's a bad guy,
yes.
Right? And like, I'm totally down for watching a movie about a bad guy. Not against having a movie, like Suicide Squad, for instance. Like it's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I would watch a Killmonger movie in a heartbeat, but like there's no moral center to the Joker, and it just feels like it's kind of pro the worst of society currently, like in the real world, and like I don't want that, that. It feels like it was made for a very specific set of people.
And then when they announced it, Lady Gaga posted on her Instagram, and I was like, no, why?
Yeah.
And apparently it's supposed to be a musical.
Yeah. So Lady Gaga is going to be on The Joker too, for those that don't know. It's rumored,
I don't know how I feel about it.
It's rumored she's going to be Harley Quinn.
I don't know how I feel about it.
And I'll go ahead and say I may totally have missed the message of the Joker. I just want to, before we move on, I just want to say that's how it felt to me. But there may have been something. I only watched it in theaters the one time. There may have been something in it that was actually saying like, no, see, this is why we are saying this is bad. Could have been in there and I just totally missed it.
Yeah.
That's possible. I'd love to hear what Todd Phillips has to say about it. But he does have a history of, lifting up the shittier people of society. So I don't really know if he was really looking for a reason, behind it. So yeah, just wanted to throw that out there. I could be, that was just my first assessment. I could be totally wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lady Gaga being in it definitely makes me more intrigued, for sure. I don't know. Does this movie need a sequel? Will this movie be a sequel? Will it, actually be like a, its own standalone thing, kind of, like Birds of Prey. How, like, was that a sequel to the Suicide Squad? Mm-hmm. I mean, kind of, but not, but maybe, it's like, I don't know. I'm not happy, but I'm also kind of indifferent.
Yeah.
I definitely want to see what they do. I'm willing to give it a chance. Like if they go musical with it.
Maybe.
Because Lady Gaga's good. Joaquin Phoenix was in Walk the Line and did really well.
Oh, yeah, that is right.
So, I mean...
Shit, he can sing.
Yeah, well, he can do Johnny Cash. I don't know. I don't think that would work for the Joker.
Bet he can lose all that weight and become a walking skeleton. I bet he can have his own voice somehow.
Well, yeah. I'm just saying, like, him being able to do Johnny Cash doesn't mean he can sing as the Joker, you know.
I know what his voice will sound like.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah, here we go. Here we go, everybody.
You ready?
Yes. Wait, let me introduce it for the TikTok.
I'm not singing. I'm just
okay.
saying. Yeah, sorry.
No, it's
no,
okay. Okay.
I don't have a beautiful singing voice. No, I'm just saying he can sound like Johnny Cash.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, he's a good like chameleon, right? Actor,
Maybe
in a way.
I mean, he can have a deep voice.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
well, I meant like him overall as an actor.
Okay.
Like he can embody, like become another person.
Let's say sure.
Okay. He's gonna sing like Jared Leto. Oh my god. Because Jared Leto was the Joker.
You know, honestly, that would have made more sense.
30 seconds tomorrow.
That would have made more sense, you know. I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll do like a Joker, like multiverse story where like all his different
how
like,
it should have
personalities
happened.
are like. Well, no, like you remember that movie with Heath Ledger where he was like 8 people played the same character,
Yeah.
like that, but it's all the people that's played the Joker
Yeah.
that are still alive. So I guess Jack Nicholson
Good God.
and
That'd be an old ass Joker right there, man.
What's his name? The guy you just said.
Jared Leto.
Yeah. That sounds horrible. Jesus. Anything else you want to say?
Mark Hamill.
All right, moving on to better and brighter futures. Seth Rogen's CGI TMNT movie. If you remember, Maggie, it was announced that Seth Rogen's production company is making a CGI Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
Yeah.
Has been given a new title.
Mm-hmm.
It is now called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutant Mayhem. And the logo looks pretty rad. It almost looks like it's the old school logo. And it almost looks like it's melting a little bit. Yeah. Or ooze.
It's got some ooze to it.
Yeah. And it will release on August 4th, 2023. Apparently this is part of a larger like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Hey, we're back, everybody. Sorry about that. It was instantaneous for you all, but for us, it was a couple minutes. Technical difficulties, fun times. But yeah, it will release on August 4th. This is Seth Rogen's CGI Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. Released on August 4th, 2023. Part of a larger push by Paramount to revitalize the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles brand. And it seems like they're kind of going in multiple directions. Like it's not just going to be like, this is the only one.
Yeah.
Like there's going to be multiple versions.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I would love another live action Turtles, you know. I know, like, I liked the second one.
No, I enjoyed it too.
Was that what it was called?
We watched it with your brother.
Yeah, it's so good. It was so good.
Yeah.
So I'd love if they could actually continue that story.
Yeah.
I understand why they wouldn't. But I think at this point, you'd be fine to just do it without an origin story. I don't think you have to revisit the origin story. I think at this point they've reached a level where people know what the turtles are. You don't really have to.
No, you don't have to do
re-announce them.
crazy with it, man. Just let it roll.
Yeah,
Just
let it roll. Let it roll.
let that snowball go down the hill, man.
Anything else you want to say before we move on?
Go ninja, go ninja, go, go ninja, go ninja, go.
Speaking of letting it roll, it'll make sense when I end this sentence. I'm gonna mess up his name. Giancarlo Esposito, who played Gus in Breaking Bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Has met with Marvel Studios. And he has also said publicly that he wants to play Professor X. I'm a fan. I love that. I love that idea. Obviously, we've seen some fan castings for that. But
Yeah. Somebody said, he plays the bad guy so well. Maybe he just needs something different. He's played good guy.
Hey, man, he played the magic mirror.
Yeah.
And the genie. He was both.
God.
Yeah, remember?
What a wild ride that show is.
He tricked Toby from West Wing. God, what a freaking show.
Freaking show. Man.
It's supposed to be the follow-up to Lost. What like, jeez, man.
Every time you bring it, let's watch it. And we start watching, I'm like...
We've made it through like half of season 2 over the past 5 years.
Hot garbage.
It's about time to bring it back.
Do it.
I
dare you, ABC. Bring it back.
No, I mean, me and you. It's almost time to continue.
No, I don't want to. We just got over Alias.
Yeah, we just finished Alias. Now's the perfect time. And maybe we'll watch the Orville Redenbacher.
Oh, the Orville.
But yeah,
we're buying all popcorn.
He wants to play Professor X.
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea. I think, the best way to set this universe apart from the previous iterations that we've had, which lasted 20 years. Let's not forget, they've been making X-Men movies since 2000. So you really need a clean cut from it. I think go a totally different direction.
Totally.
I think you can't really outdo Patrick Stewart. So, like, why try?
Always in our hearts, man.
It's almost like how Heath Ledger was like the perfect Joker, right? And so the only way to really do something after him was to do something totally different, which is why they did what they did. Whether that was the right call or not, I don't know. But at least it wasn't somebody doing just a poor imitation of Heath Ledger, And obviously we don't want somebody doing a poor imitation of Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be great. I think he's a great actor.
Honestly. Somebody commented on that article I sent you about it, about him meeting up with me. They said, he scares me too much. I wouldn't want to go to school.
That's funny.
Then somebody said, oh, heck no, I'm not going to school. Last time I saw him in something, he was wielding the Black Saber.
That's true. Do you think he'd shave his head?
No, that's what I was thinking. Does he need to?
Yeah, like, whatever. Let's put
maybe a short trim. Maybe he keeps his hair short anyways.
I don't care what they do. Honestly, that is the last thing I give a crap about. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nail the character. I could care less what he looks like, what his hair is like. Professor X being bald is not essential to me.
Yeah,
at all. I just have to feel that he cares about the students more than anything else. Something that Dark Phoenix was like, no, he wants to be famous. And it's like, what are you doing? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean Professor X wants to be famous? That is the stupidest thing. That's dumb. All right, I'm done.
Let's not start up that road, man.
Anything else you want to say about this story?
Go, Ninja. Go.
Wait,
Ninja.
that's Turtles. My Lenta. And now it's time for the main topic. Hey, everybody. Just so you know, you can go over to patreon.com/hopefullyawesome where you can get in on the extended version of this podcast. We're going to be playing the big movie quiz a little bit later. But yeah, you can get it ad-free, extended, all that fun stuff. So definitely head over there and check it out. So, main topic of the show, Maggie, we are going to talk about Prey. Bruce Wayne. So if this is your first time watching one of our reviews, we will talk about the movie spoiler-free at first, and then there will be a definite moment where you know that it is spoilers. You can always check the timestamps if you would like to skip over the spoiler section. And definitely, if you are going to skip over it, definitely check out after where we add Prey, spoiler free, to our ranking of summer movies 2022 so far. So spoiler free, Maggie, what'd you think about Prey?
I think this is one of my favorite Predator movies I've watched.
Now, let's see.
Ever.
How many, what all Predator movies have you seen?
I've watched the original Predator, which
Yes.
I thoroughly enjoyed.
It was good. It was really good.
80s Arnold.
We rewatched
Can't go
it.
wrong.
Like, it was, what, 2 years ago when we watched it?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Then,
Alien versus Predator. Which, honestly,
it was good. It was good.
It's fun.
It's fun.
It's fun.
That's the point of those.
Yeah,
They're supposed to be fun. Kind
Yeah.
of like Freddy versus Jason.
Yes.
It's supposed to be fun. Stupid fun.
Yes,
So
exactly.
that's what it's supposed to be.
If it
I
has
enjoyed
verses in the name, it's supposed to be fun.
It's supposed
That's why Batman v Superman wasn't versus Superman, because it wasn't supposed to be fun. It was just the V.
It's supposed to be serious.
You just gotta V each other. What?
No. No.
Batman and Superman were Ving.
No, they weren't.
All right, moving on.
I'll smack you.
Boink. But yeah, is that all the Predator movies you've seen? I'm trying to think.
Yep, that's it.
Because you didn't watch Predator 2 yet.
No.
You didn't watch...
We haven't watched Shane Black's yet.
That's the last one before this one.
Yeah.
And then there was Predators, which was in like, I think Rodriguez. I think Robert Rodriguez did it. It was like in 2007.
Wait, the dude that did Spy Kids?
I believe so. I'll double check.
Oh, I'm down for it. Let's watch
I've
it.
seen that one. Like I went to the theaters. I've seen all of them.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
so we're
yeah.
clear. But except for the last one, I did not watch the last one. The one that the Predator or whatever. Yeah, just God, I heard it was awful. I just couldn't. Let's see, 2010, Predators with an S. Maybe was it just produced by him? It says it was directed by Nimrod Antle. I may be pronouncing that wrong. There's a thing over the O. Man, listen to everybody in this. I think he produced it. Adrian Brody. Topher Grace. Mahershala Ali. Danny Trejo. I really think Robert Rodriguez had something to do with it.
He had to have.
Because Danny Trejo's in
Yeah,
it.
Danny Trejo's in it. That makes perfect sense.
Story by Robert Rodriguez. Okay.
That.
Honestly, I remember liking that one. Like, there's a few things that could have been a little bit better, but
Yeah.
I remember liking it pretty good.
So I've only watched 3.
We'll check that one out soon. Honestly, I'd like to go back and revisit 2. Not the best, but I'd like to rewatch it after watching this. Because there's something in the spoiler section that we'll talk about that has to do with Predator 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so anyway, as you were
Yeah.
saying.
Now, watch Alien versus Predator,
And Prey.
and Prey. I think it's my favorite so far. Prey is.
Yeah.
It's really good. I like the action in it.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
A lot of badass people in it. So I think it was very well done.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful. I was not
Gorgeous.
expecting just visually for it to be this beautiful.
Like,
you know?
anytime like it looked like it did a drone shot of something, we're like, wow, that's so pretty.
Well, you remember, I think it's like midway through where it's like top down.
Yeah.
And like it's just cutting like her going somewhere. And like at first you see her in the village, and then you see her in like the woods, and then you see her like near a waterfall and stuff. Yeah. And like just that whole thing was just phenomenal, man.
Yeah.
Obviously, Dan Trachtenberg, who did 10 Cloverfield Lane, did this movie. He also did a Portal short film. I keep calling this out every time we talk about him because it's phenomenal. Like, it's so good. Even if you don't know what Portal is, look it up. It's just great. I mean, for something, I love Portal. It's one of my favorite games. Portal 2, technically. And he nails it. It's just so good. I don't know. It's so great. I love 10 Cloverfield Lane. It's special to me because I loved Cloverfield, and it felt like we were finally getting a sequel. Whether or not it actually was, excuse me, is a different story. But that movie, even on its own, removed from Cloverfield lore. Was still really good.
Yeah, 10 Cloverfield Lane will always live in my heart. Because on my way back from Europe to the U.S., my display screen went down completely. And, I'm just sitting there in silence with my noise-canceling headphones, which then the batteries died in them. That was rough. And I noticed the guy, I think it was in the middle row, and there's 4 seats in the middle row. And I'm on the very left, and this dude's probably on the far right. I'm just oh, let's see what movie he picks. Picks 10 Cloverfield Lane. I'm oh God, no, man. No.
Why are you so scared of that movie? It's not that scary.
It's just freaky, man.
Hey, you ready? I'm gonna tickle your brain here.
No.
Ready for this? So at the beginning of it, she gets a call from her fiance or whatever, right? Because she leaves. That voice actor, right, is Bradley Cooper. And
wow.
JJ was saying that they needed, he's just talking to me. He's we just need somebody to do this. Because they were just hanging out, just talking on the phone, shooting the shit, And he's well, just send me the lines. I'll send it to you. And so he called JJ, left a voicemail of the lines, and that's what they used in the movie.
Wow.
And because of Alias. Because Bradley Cooper was in Alias,
Yeah. So,
Isn't that ridiculous?
I think you asked me why I'm petrified of that movie. That is why. I watched that movie.
Bradley Cooper?
No. I watched that movie in silence on an airplane, and at one point,
I feel like that would make it less scary.
No, it's not less scary because I knew what was going to happen. That's why I think
it's not even that scary, though.
To you, it's not. You know how jumpy I am.
I know, but I mean, it's not like
you could take a step behind me in the laundry room and I won't even hear you, and I'll turn around and scream.
Listen, John Goodman is a hell of an actor. Okay,
he is. But
I was not.
He's creepy.
I don't know. I mean, hey, whatever. If that's your taste in film, I get scared at different things. So I mean, whatever. I'm not down in you or nothing. I'm just surprised. It seems like the kind of movie that isn't it's definitely suspenseful, but I wouldn't think people would have nightmares about Cloverfield Lane. Especially the non-monster parts.
Well, I'm just thinking about the. Can I say spoilers for
10
Cloverfield Lane?
Yeah.
Him freaking dropping bodies in acid. I mean, I'm sorry.
But,
that's weird.
You're not afraid of Breaking Bad. They do the exact same thing in Breaking Bad.
I know, but that was... I don't know. I don't know how to justify bad people making meth.
Oh my gosh!
All right, we need to move
on. But yeah, so I've loved Dan Trachtenberg. It's awesome seeing him get a Predator movie. I love the idea of releasing a new Predator movie on Hulu. Just again, calling back to what we talked about with the DC stuff, these mid-tier, franchise movies that aren't necessarily so big to get a release in theaters. Though this would have been great in theaters. Just from a marketing standpoint and people being, stupid, I don't know how well it would have performed. I think it would have done good. Mm-hmm. I think definitely word of mouth it would have done good. But I don't think it's I don't think you release it in summer and it makes, $900 million. I don't think that happens. But I could see, especially if this got released in a January, February, taking home 150, 200 million. I could totally see that. But I'd say it's probably more valuable to Disney to boost more subscribers. You should come to...
Definitely.
That's why they're making
Come to the dark side. Come over to Hulu.
Come to Hulu. Watch this free movie. How rad is this?
Guess what? We got all the FX shows
We're going to have an Alien TV series on FX.
Yeah.
So, we've already got you watching the Predator movie,
Yeah.
And all the Predator movies are available on Hulu at this point. So I love that. I would love, again, not spoilers or anything, but I would love to see the Predator just dropped into as many different time frames as possible. You know, put him with, Jesus, put him in, in the ancient Egypt,
I say drop him on George Washington's boat.
with Einstein.
With Einstein.
Remember my headcanon for Back to the Future? That's where Einstein went? For that 1 minute?
Oh, the dog.
Yeah.
I thought you meant Albert Einstein.
Copernicus! No. Although, I mean, dude, drop a Predator in, like, feudal Japan with, like, samurais and shit. Dude.
Tom Cruise.
No, Maggie, stop.
The samurai.
No. The Last Samurai was great.
Versus.
The Last Samurai was great.
Versus.
Think about Ken Watanabe in there, dude.
Yeah.
It'd be amazing. Oh my god. So yeah, I would love more of that. You know, and I love the idea of, you know, Disney has so many properties now that they're not really using for big budget movies, because why bother, right? They can release a Marvel movie and make $1 billion. You know, Doctor Strange made $1 billion, right? So I mean, like, why bother releasing something that's only going to make 200 or 300 million?
Yeah.
only 200.
Only.
You know. So I mean, I just love this idea of, like, all these Fox properties that no longer really benefit from being theatrically released, but could really benefit the streaming, because we can get super specific with stuff. Obviously, I just talked about an Alien TV series that they're working on. They could do something with Independence Day, which again I'd love. Or you know, there's even what was it? Even stuff like True Lives. You know, like having that, like, a series based around that idea. You know.
Yeah.
Just tons of stuff that they could do with the Fox properties that aren't necessarily, you know, needing the big budget. Even like Tron, you know, I mean, they could do a Tron movie that's straight to Disney Plus, you know.
Just do it.
Yeah, and like that would be a decent enough draw to be like, look at the benefit of having this.
Hey,
you know?
I know my prayer circle for D23. Tron. Anything Tron. I think I'm going to do that. Prayer circle.
But yeah, so anyway, all that being said, Prey was so good that it made me want those things. Prey, I was hoping that it would be good enough that it would prompt those, and like it succeeded.
Yeah.
You said it's your favorite Predator movie, and you've only seen the 3 that you've seen. I've seen them all except for the most recent one besides Prey. Mm-hmm. Even Alien vs. Predator 2. God help me. But this is easily my favorite. Easily. Like, it's, and I love the first one. You know, I was always a Predator kid. Like, I watch Predator more than Alien. And even though I like the Xenomorphs more, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
But, you know, so for that to just come in and just completely decimate, you know, Arnold's 80s, you know, classic, right? I mean, but it's so freaking good. It's just better. Like, everything about this is better. And there's callbacks to the original. And I understand, like, you know, could this stand on its own if the original had never existed? So, you know, like, doesn't the original get extra points because it was the original? I understand all those things. I'm just saying, as a film, comparatively, I enjoyed this one way more. Like, just from a visual standpoint, from a story standpoint, I think that this is a stronger character movie.
Yeah.
I think the action in this is insane.
Yeah.
You know, I think that the visual effects feels more practical, you know. And I feel like the music was really good. I feel like the original Predator kind of leans into that 80s music a bit, which is good. But, you know, this just felt real. Like, it didn't feel like a Predator movie. It didn't feel like I was watching a sci-fi movie. It looked like it felt like I was watching a period piece about this tribe.
Yeah.
Like Dances with Wolves or something. And it just so happened to also have Predator in it. And the Predator stuff was also executed perfectly.
Yes,
you know?
it was.
And so it's like, it's just perfect. You know, like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't change anything about this movie.
Yeah.
I'd love more. I would love an additional in the Prey series. Like, I've already said I want it in different time frames also, but like, give me a Prey 2, you know, or Prayers or whatever, whatever it needs to be. And we'll talk more about, what could the future possibly hold and spoilers and stuff. But yeah, if you've not watched this movie, glowing recommendation from us. It's awesome. The main actress kicks so much ass. I'm actually gonna look up her name real quick. I want to give her proper credit. Do you want to say anything while I'm looking this up?
I'm trying to think of something that's spoilery.
Amber Midthunder. Amber Midthunder. I believe that's her name. Wow. But honestly, everybody did so good in this. Like, there wasn't one character that...
Yeah.
I guess there was one character that I was like, okay, guy, like, you could dial it back a hair. He was a bit eccentric. I think you know who I'm talking about.
I think.
I wasn't aware that this character would be in this movie until he pops up. Know what I'm talking about? Sorry. He was a larger man.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
It was just like, okay, guy. Like, come on. We can dial that down just a hair. I mean, like,
no.
This is feeling a bit, what is it?
Put on?
No, the imagination in Disney Epcot. One little spark of inspiration. Like, it felt like that dude could be playing this character,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
like, it's just...
I got you now.
Yeah, just almost comical.
Yes.
It's like just a different movie this dude's in.
Yeah.
Which luckily, it doesn't hurt the movie or anything, but still, it was... Yeah. Anywho, I think that's pretty much all I have to say, non-spoilery. So... if you would like to avoid spoilers, please skip ahead to the section where we will rank this against the other things that we've watched this year. Again, that will be spoiler-free for everything we talk about during that. But yeah, watch it. Like, it's worth, honestly, you can get a free trial of Hulu. You could watch it that way. But I mean, it's worth the $6-7 for 1 month subscription if you have to do that.
If you really like ESPN, they have an ESPN, Disney Plus, and Hulu package.
They do. That is true.
So there you go.
There you go. The Disney bundle doesn't get no better than that. All right, so get ready for spoilers. Spoilers.
I wasn't sure which button you was going to hit. Your finger was going everywhere.
I can't believe they were dead the whole time, Maggie.
I was waiting on that one. Good job, Matt.
Okay, so at the end, in the end credits, it's kind of showing like the way the movie is going, but it's on like the cave drawings and stuff, right? Maybe not cave drawings, but
they usually drew on the back of animal hides.
Yes, and it kind of shows everything, shows her like throw the head and all that stuff, and then it continues and shows more ships show up.
Yeah, and they turn and look up.
Yes, and that's where it ends. So even though in the movie we don't see that happen, it does imply that is what happens in the story, which is very awesome. Like, it's really cool. Love the idea of this whole tribe just going out and having to war with the predators, and I will say, I found this out today. In Predator 2, Danny Glover, it's just so funny to me that Danny Glover is like the lead, because you think of like these very like action heavy, people that can do like fights and stuff. It's like, here's Danny Glover. So in Predator 2, he sneaks onto a Predator ship. Okay, yeah, third act is about that. Spoilers for Predator 2. And he finds, I think it happens a different way, but this is how I'm going to say it just for the sake of talking, because you've not watched it yet. But he finds the pistol that she has. Yeah. The one that she uses. He finds that pistol. It's supposed to be the same pistol. Oh wow. Yeah, like they actually they couldn't find the original prop, And so a fan had like recreated it, and they found this dude on YouTube that had recreated this pistol, and they like borrowed it from him to put it in there. Yeah.
That's
and
crazy.
So what's interesting though is though it is the same pistol, she has it at the end of the movie, and Danny Glover finds it on a Predator ship. So somehow,
why would they take her away?
I mean, what happens?
And we finally get to see Predator World in Richard Scary mode.
What is Richard Scary mode? What the hell are you talking about? I have no idea what that is.
Did you see that tweet I retweeted today about
Yeah, I didn't know what that was though.
Okay, was it the Wonderful World of Richard Scary on Nick Jr.?
No idea what you're talking about.
There's a set of books, and we've got a book of Richard Scary for Viv. It's about the bunny. I am a bunny. He's a cute little bunny in the book. Okay. So the dude Richard Scary wrote.
Is this worth?
Well, I'm just saying he drew cute little animals.
Okay.
And there was this cute little world that they lived in. Yeah. So somebody said that they want to watch a movie. The next Prey movie just needs to be Predator in like a Richard Scary setting. So just seeing them drive around their little car.
Okay.
Just being cutesy, just going on along with their lives and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
what if I told you, Maggie?
That you didn't care.
No, not that. I don't, but no, what if I told you that there is a movie where we see the Predator homeworld?
Oh, really?
Yeah. We're gonna have to watch some more Predator movies. I'll leave it at that though.
Okay.
But yeah, as far as Prey goes, man, I was gonna be so angry if they killed the dog. I was like, if this dog dies, I swear to God. I said that several times. Best dog. Give him the award.
What did I say? I can't remember what I said about the dog at one point. I was like, I swear. They do this to his dog. It's over.
Dude, and that bear, that was jacked up, man. I was talking about the French guy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I knew
that's what I was talking about, yeah. It was like, come on, man. Like the fat one.
Yeah.
That was like farting on a match or something. Yeah, like blowing gas out and like lighting it on fire. Yeah. Like, I mean, where did this dude come from? Like, what's he doing here? It was cool that they did that. Like, it was cool that was added into the story about, like other people hunting and stuff. But like, just, I don't know, that character alone was not great.
I was like trying to like remember my history from school, and I was like, okay, this is during this time, so therefore America's not happened yet.
Right.
Like there's colonies, but yet this part is not a part of the colonies. This is part of the Louisiana Purchase, which is owned by the French.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, we're not going to see any like colonial people walking through. It's going to be French dudes. Yeah. And once she stepped, the dog got its tail caught in the bear trap. I was like, fur trappers.
Boom goes the dynamite.
Because they were the leaders in about killing off the buffalo.
Oh, which they mentioned in this movie.
Yeah.
About skinning the buffalo.
Yeah.
Man, it was so good. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm hoping. I've only read positive things, but it seems like they really captured, like, true. It was very true to the tribe.
Oh, good. Good. The Comanches, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. I'm blanking on it.
I believe.
But like I've heard nothing but positive remarks about that. Excuse me. I'm definitely. I say give Dan Trachtenberg a Marvel movie at this point. Like give him whatever. You know, I mean, if he can do this with Predator, what could he do with
Doctor Strange 3?
I don't know. Eternals.
Blade.
Blade wouldn't be bad. That's not a bad idea. Or, I mean, even Ghost Rider.
Yeah. Ghost Rider. Blade. Do that.
Nova. I bet he could do a good Nova movie. Mm-hmm. Just lean more in the...
What's up with everybody talking about Nova?
Nova's awesome, man.
What does Nova do?
Nova... You remember the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon?
Yeah.
Nova was on the team. He's the dude in the helmet.
Yeah. Okay.
He's... I don't know. Like, he's fun.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
He's fun?
Yeah. He's kind of like Blue Beetle.
I just feel like a lot of people's been talking about him here lately, and I'm just like, Who dat?
we need to look up more.
Yeah.
Like there's different iterations, but like I don't know. He's like a space cop, but he's fun though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Prey, awesome. Spoilers stuff. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to mention. The spoilers. The Predator itself looked crazy. Like I wasn't expecting him to look like that. You know, had like an 18-pack.
Yeah,
you know, just jacked
well,
out of his
like
mind.
they haven't made their helmets yet or their armor.
Well, and like okay. I was thinking about this today at work. Okay, like okay, his helmet is like bone leather or whatever, right? But like they flew ships. Mm-hmm. Which is made out of metal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, like...
Wonder if this is, like, the ultimate warrior test. Like, you can only go in with, like, this skull mask thing in, and you can't have any of your other fancy stuff. Aside from your...
Invisibility. The darts. And your staff.
Your heat-seeking...
Yeah, I mean, I feel like...
Yeah, but...
I feel like it was just a choice. Yeah. I feel like he made the choice that he wanted to wear those. Like, in the continuity. Like, I feel like he wanted to... Because, I mean, obviously he has electronics.
Yeah.
Obviously they have metal. They have interstellar travel, you know?
Well, it just blew my mind that he didn't have all that rigmarole on him.
Well, he even had the thing.
Yeah, the bomb. Yeah.
So, I mean, like, why did he wear a skull mask? Unless he just wanted to.
Yeah, they're going to get Naru, the girl, take her up on board the ship. They're going to be like, huh? We told him.
It is not beyond Predators to, you know.
We told that mother trucker.
To lift up warriors.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Anything about Alien vs. Predator.
AVP, man.
You know. Good movie. It was a good movie.
They're going to be like, we told that MFer when he left the ship that he should put that stuff on. Did he listen? No. And you killed him. Good job.
Wait, it actually does shoot him in the head, right? Like that's how he dies, because it goes through his head.
I think so.
So if he was wearing the metal, he actually would have survived.
Yeah.
So he might have just picked up where Prey 2 is gonna
yeah, they're just gonna take her. They're just gonna be like, you're...
So let's see. There's been 4 Predator movies besides this one, so there's 5, and then 2 Alien vs. Predator movies. So that's 7 Predator entries. Yeah. Prey definitely at the top of the list.
Yeah,
for sure. All right. Anything else spoilery you want to say before we jump into the ranking?
That dog was pretty awesome.
That dog was fantastic. Best dog.
It's cute.
Since... What was the dog? Oh, no. Vincent. I was so scared. I was so scared I thought I forgot.
GD Vincent just showing up.
The Merchant of Death.
God. Vincent just showed up.
Everyone dies, and Vincent's always there. He's like, I'm here. Nikki
I'm here,
Paulo,
guys.
I'm here.
Vincent, get out of here. Okay.
Oh, you remember when Vincent tried to swim after the raft? Oh, so sad. God, I love that dog. I love that dog. I'm pretty sure it's a pig. Yeah. End of spoilers. Man, let me tell you, if you missed spoilers, we just made a dynamite Varsity Blues reference there at the end. So once you watch the movie, you should definitely come back and check out the spoilers. But now it is time to rank no.
Oh.
We're ranking Prey and Lightyear on our summer 2022 list. I always say movies. It's not movies because it includes other things. But this list is made up, if this is your first time watching, list is made up of all the things that we've watched this summer that was released this summer. And they include self-contained series. So Miss Marvel, Stranger Things will be on there. The Boys. But it's also the movies that have come out that we've been able to see. So obviously if there was a movie that came out, like Bullet Train came out, we haven't watched it yet. Probably, I doubt we'll get to watch it before this list is finished. So, you know, obviously that's not going to be on there. So, current ranking, number 14, Father of the Bride. Number 13, Night of the Coconut. Number 12, Bob's Burgers movie. Number 11, Fire Island. Number 10, Doctor Strange 2. Number 9, Chip and Dale. Number 8, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Number 7, Top Gun Maverick. Number 6, Jurassic World Dominion. Number 5, Nope. Number 4, Stranger Things 4. Number 3, Thor 4. Number 2, Ms. Marvel. And number 1, The Boys.
Man, how far
Doctor Strange is
the
fallen.
mighty have fallen.
Let's start with Lightyear. Because Prey's more fun. So we're gonna want to shove Lightyear in here. I'm thinking. What are you thinking? You thinking last?
Yeah.
Really?
Or above Father of the Bride.
I would put it. Here's the problem, Maggie. I really enjoyed a lot of Lightyear,
Okay.
and it just was all the baggage that drug it down. Like, if it didn't have any of the baggage, I could see it being top 5.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
But the baggage drug it down. So I don't think it's a bad movie. I just think that it should have been better, and it could have been if they'd let go. I could see an argument for it being above Bob's Burgers.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Bob's Burgers music is such bangers that carries a lot of weight. Lucky
That's been
Ducks.
stuck in my head all day today.
Dude.
Even though I was listening to Beyonce all day. So.
I'm going to say below Bob's Burgers. Above Night of the Coconut, below Bob's Burgers. Agreed?
Agreed. Oh, easy with that hand.
Sorry. All right, let's add Lightyear. Berserk. All right. Lightyear has been added. Excuse me, Mr. Lightbeer. That makes me laugh. Howdy.
Howdy.
All right. Now on to the best one. Prey. Where are you feeling for Prey?
I'm just doing this as a start.
Yeah. Spitball it.
Just, this is not like where I'm set at. I'm just getting a feel.
I'm open to the feel.
All right. I was going. Whoa, table's moving.
I've moved the table really far up.
Yeah. Let's start at above Jurassic World Dominion.
Above Jurassic World Dominion. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because I didn't want to go up too high.
Yeah. I agree. I agree with that.
Okay.
This is where it starts getting tricky.
Yeah.
Did I like it more than Nope? That's tough. That's a really tough thing because Prey is the best made Predator movie. Mm-hmm. Right? Like, it took something we knew and made the best version of that. Nope was totally new. Mm-hmm. And it had shit that I've never seen before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And stuck with me, but in a totally different way. I can think of certain things in Nope that I didn't like that much. Some of it messed with me, but I feel like that's just a personal thing. But like the only thing, the music choice, especially near the end, the very Western feel. Just an odd choice. It was fun. It made the feeling of the movie felt like it lost a little of the. I wasn't that scared. I'll just leave it at that because obviously we don't want to spoil anything. Just because the music felt more like even though it wasn't Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones.
With that being said, again, Prey nailed Predator, and like the only thing I didn't care for much in it was that one character that's just you're from a different movie.
Yeah.
So I mean, very superficial reasons for both of them. Mm-hmm. Both great movies.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I really enjoyed Nope.
Yeah.
It didn't really like it. I was not really frightened during it, but like I was in suspense.
Yeah. I
Like,
mean, there was a couple parts.
what the heck is going on? You
Yeah.
know, why? What?
I love seeing things I've never seen before.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like, Nope gave me that.
And like I'm trying to remember how I felt in the movie theater when I watched it. And I just remember thinking, why are they showing this? Why are they doing this?
Yeah.
Why are they doing that?
Yeah.
You know, why is this thing doing this thing?
Yeah. I mean, obviously the one thing, which was like,
Yeah.
well, I mean, not at the beginning, but
Yeah.
like around the middle, the first time you, and it's like, what the hell are we seeing right now?
Yeah.
You know, like that was
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
And I feel like, honestly, I feel like that alone
Yeah.
probably puts it above Prey.
Yeah. So I say Prey would be your new number 6.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
Oh, easy with the hand.
Agreed.
All right.
All right. So let's add. Yeah, because Nope is dope.
Scary.
God, it's so messed up. It was such a messed up
Scary.
movie.
So scary.
It was so good. Honestly, I could see an
That's-
argument for putting. I think we put Thor 4 too high. I'm gonna go ahead and say that.
Oh, God.
I really liked it, and we're not gonna change it. But I feel like looking back, because I would put Prey above Thor 4, and Thor 4 is our number 3, and Nope is number 5. And like now I'm starting to think like, you know,
Oh, God.
even though
Past-
Thor 4 definitely hit me in personal ways that I wasn't expecting from the Thor movie. But
Yeah.
that's all right.
Past Matt and Maggie, so young and so dumb.
You know, we run this show. We could say, you know, our final episode of this, that we can change it.
Okay.
Like maybe we're allowed like,
So many.
yeah, so many
Okay.
re-rankings. Yeah. I think we should do that.
Okay.
So like this is the list currently, but tentatively, you know, before it's locked in.
Yeah. Sounds good.
But once it's locked in, it's locked in.
Okay.
All right. So new rankings for summer 2022. Number 1, The Boys. Number 2, Miss Marvel. Number 3, Thor 4. Number 4, Stranger Things 4. Number 5, Nope. Number 6, Prey. Number 7, Jurassic World Dominion. Number 8, Top Gun Maverick. Number 9, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Number 10, Chip and Dale. Number 11, Doctor Strange 2. Number 12, Fire Island. Number 13, Bob's Burgers Movies. Number 14, Lightyear. Number 15, Night of the Coconut. Number 16, Father of the Bride. Yeah, I think we did pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, you ready to wrap this up?
Ready.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the Hopefully Awesome Show number 18. We've done 18 of these.
Number
1808.
18, Burger King foot lettuce.
Like we've mentioned already, be sure and hang out over at patreon.com/hopefullyawesome, where you can join us for the big movie quiz round 18, where we will be doing Oscar winners. Almost end of the big movie quiz. I think we've got maybe 2 or 3 more rounds left. And then we'll be moving on to a new game. Will it be Blockbuster? Who knows? But yeah, if this is your first time watching, again, please be sure